Coach, final tune-up for your group before the wins and losses count for real. What stood out to you about your team's performance tonight?
I think there was a couple things. One, I love the way we shared the basketball. I think 33 assists is a great number for us. We played very unselfish. The other thing that we're obviously going to have to clean up, the tendencies of guys and them having 72 points in the paint, understanding the way in which the way they play, being able to create a wall a little earlier, but our ability to get back in transition. If we're going to push the pace and share the basketball the way we are, we got to make sure we're doing it on the other end as well.
Jamal, there's a few more practices before next week, but as you look back on tonight and the first 4 preseason games, how ready does your team feel from your perspective and what you set out to accomplish?
Well, I think we got to, manage the right amount of recovery with the right amount of work. Those guys played extended minutes tonight to try to just do that. That last 4-minute stint was to see, have them just, burn it out a little bit to get their conditioning where we need it to be. And I think that's going to be the focus of these next 4 or 5 days is, get the recovery that we need, but also to be able to push the limits a little bit.
You mentioned the extended minutes for the starters. Just what did you notice from that first group out there, especially Franz and Paolo?
I mean, to start the game, I thought it was great. I thought we pushed the pace. I thought we guarded at a nice clip. I just really am proud of how they're sharing the basketball. They're making the right play and trying to make the right read, and I think that goes a long way.
You mentioned having to fine-tune some things on defense. Do you feel confident that that's something that they can fine-tune, or is there something about the pace that they're playing that you still have to kind of get adjusted to as far as settling in your defense?
Oh, no, we'll fine-tune it.
And then what did you see kind of defensively that still needs some work or some reminding as you get ready for the regular season?
Well, some of it was the attention to detail. Understanding the way Zion plays and getting downhill, attacking the basket, knowing where he is, knowing the tendencies of guys. I think those are part of, game plan recognition, but also being able to do it on both ends. If you play with the speed that we're playing with and the pace that we're playing, then we've got to do it on the other end.
How would you evaluate the way Desmond has fit in, including tonight, just with that first group again?
I think he's been great. I think he's playing selfless. Sharing the basketball, moving, you draw up a couple things, and people understand exactly what he's able to do. I mean, he played against this team a ton being out west, so they know exactly how to scout him, and he's doing the right thing, making the right plays. His communication has been at an all-time high just to be able to get the guys in the right spots, getting them together and settling the group down.
Talked about the assists that this team had as a group. Wendell Carter having 6 assists from the center spot. How valuable is that to have him being able to kind of find space and help get others open as well as make his shots?
Well, it's great. They followed the game plan there. I think that understanding where the help was coming from, the right reads to be made. It just says a lot about our guys just being able to make the right play, and on top of that, you make shots.
One more in the back.
Coach, I know it's a preseason game, but to have a lead up at 19 and then lose it, but see the guys come back and win it, is there I won't say cause for concern, but something that sticks out about losing that lead, but also a kind of a confidence booster for these guys to come back and get this one?
I think the great part about film is it won't lie to you. And we'll look at it tomorrow to understand exactly what it was that caused that stretch. I think there was some form of fatigue that was part of it. Us not attacking the basket the right way at times, just shooting a lot of jump shots, and then they were out on the break on some of our offense. But being able to go back and look at the film and see exactly where we can clean up on how we got that lead, and then again to your point, how did we lose it? And I think those are all fixable things. But we'll be able to look at the film tomorrow to find out.
Thank you, Coach Mose.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Franz, considering it was the final tune-up for your group before the wins and losses start to count for real, how do you feel your group performed tonight, and how do you assess the team's performance?
I thought the first quarter was really good. Offensively, I thought we played good all game. Great pace, sharing the ball, finding the next action, and I think defensively a little bit inconsistent, but obviously it's preseason. It's good to see some mistakes as well and have them on film and learn from them.
Including tonight, how would you evaluate the want to push the pace on offense and the way you guys are playing with that little bit more speed?
I think the effort's there. I think we're trying to do it as much as we can. Obviously, it's not perfect. Probably a couple too many turnovers at the end, but again, that's a couple of these I think we can cut down and overall, I think we're playing great offense, honestly.
You mentioned some of the inconsistencies on defense. Where do you feel like the team can continue to get better on that end, and how important is it to kind of have that as the backstop for this group?
I think some of it is just our pace on offense. Obviously, the other team will get more shots that way too. And then, it takes a lot of effort to do it on both sides. So I think what we can do better, though, is when the ball moves, we should move too and just packing the paint a little bit more, especially on guys like Zion. Obviously, coming into the game, we know what he wants to do. So, I'd say that.
Franz, we've talked in the past about your ability to get to the free throw line and get that contact you're looking for. Just was that maybe a concerted effort of yours this preseason and tonight, just getting to the free throw line more?
Just try to be aggressive, play my game. I think the way we play fits my style really well, and just try. Obviously, I work on finding bumps and stuff like that in my workouts, and it's good to see that pay off.
This was the second game of the four that we saw you, Paolo, and Desmond out there together. How much more comfortable are you playing? Obviously, you play with Paolo, but integrating Desmond. How much more comfortable is that lineup to you guys, right? To you guys, especially after tonight.
I mean, it's great when you have great players on the court and around you. It makes the game a lot easier, especially when they have the mentality that these two have. So, I think especially the way Des is used to playing and with the experience he has, I think that helps everybody out a lot.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
The final one before the games start to count for real. What did you like about your team's performance tonight heading into the regular season?
Yeah, I thought we played together. Thought it was probably our best just team effort of the preseason, and things we could clean up, but it was a good effort. Good building block going into opening night.
The starters played some extended minutes tonight, well into the second half. Just what did you take away from that, from the first group, the way you guys played, I guess, as the game progressed?
I thought we played well. Like I said, can clean some things up, but just thought we shared the ball well. Thought we were, talking to each other, communicating well. Definitely could do some things better, but felt good out there.
Defensively, you guys are trying to push the pace a lot more on offense, but that means that ball's coming back your way on defense. What do you guys need to do to clean up the defense and kind of get it back to the level that you guys are used to playing?
Yeah, I think just focus on getting back, loading to the ball. When we face teams that have guys that can get in the paint, making sure that we're showing them length early, showing them bodies early, trying to, discourage them, not show them open paint. So,
how much of those elements that you still feel like you need to clean up are just a matter of getting more playing time together and getting used to who you're playing with and knowing where you need to be when to cover for each other?
Yeah, I mean it's preseason, so I think every team thinks they have some stuff to clean up. It's early, but I think the effort and energy is there, which is the biggest thing heading into the season. That's what you want to see. So I think that was there.
Including tonight and the past preseason games, how do you feel like Desmond has fit in with the group, throughout training camp and, just heading into the regular season now?
Yeah, I think he fits right in. I think he's just super vocal and, hunts his shots. And we need him to do that, just be aggressive on the offensive end. Defensively, he's always in the right spot, holding his own. So, he fits right in.
This was your most extended playing time. What are you seeing with how the offense is flowing and moving? You guys score 120 points in all four of these preseason games as a team, but what are you seeing from the offense that seems to fit your eye and the team's eye?
I think we're trying to push the pace and trying to just take the best available shot, even if it's, early. So, a little different for us, but, I think it's been pretty good so far. I think, it's just continue to be an adjustment, playing fast like that. But I think we'll be able to do it.
Jonathan has talked about he lost some of the weight that he put on before. He's felt like he's moving better. Have you noticed that maybe out on the court with him, and just what has stood out to you about him this preseason?
Yeah, he looks good. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like he's always been kind of built the way he is. I don't know how much. He knows better than me how much weight he put on. I really don't know, but or how much weight he lost. So he looks great though. Looks like he's fresh. Today he was aggressive. So that's what we need from him. Obviously, everyone knows what he does defensively for us, but we want him to be aggressive on offense too.
Paolo, coach has been really emphasizing conditioning for this team, and as we said before, a lot of the starters got more extended minutes tonight. How are you feeling? How do you feel your conditioning is going on, and how do you think the rest of the starters and the rest of the team itself has really been doing with their conditioning?
Yeah, I think our conditioning is good. As far as myself, I feel like I'm right where I want to be with that. And yeah, I mean, like I said, we're playing faster, trying to get out and run more. So there may be moments where guys maybe are a little more tired, but that's why we have depth. Get some fresh legs in there. So yeah, it's gonna be a slight adjustment, but we got a bunch of young guys in here, so we shouldn't be too tired.
Thanks, Pete.
Sir.